Hey, hello everyone. How are you? Today I'm going to talk to you about a really important topic, which is how to get clients for your service-based business. So I would like to share this in our group. So I'm going to go ahead, if you just give me 1 minute, I'm going to make sure that the group can also see this live stream that I'm doing today. And let me go ahead and share that. And then I'm going to really talk to you about something that, so many service-based business owners, people who want to start providing services, they all have to face the issue of always being able to find clients month after month after month. Because there's going to be times when you may have a few clients and then some of the clients drop off. And that's just a normal process of being a service-based business provider. So you have to be able to constantly find new clients and make sure you have a steady stream coming in every month. And you want to have a steady stream of leads. What a lead is actually, what it means is that it's a person or a business owner who is interested in potentially buying or purchasing your services. So they may contact you on your website, or they may send you an email. So you want to get people inquiring about you, like, at least one or two inquiries every month. This way you can have time to sell your services to them, send them a proposal, and constantly be talking to new clients. Because the reality is that when you're a freelancer or a virtual assistant or a digital marketer, social media manager, you may have clients for a couple of months and then they may not need your services, or maybe they run out of money. These are typical things that happen. Sometimes you may have clients that stay with you long term. Maybe they stay, 6 months, a year, several years. You can have some clients, but you don't want to rely on just one client or two clients, or just have like one big client. You don't want to rely on just one company to be your source of income, because then it's like you're not really a business owner. You're like working a job. You're just relying on one person to provide all of your money, or one business. So you want to make sure that you have your monthly revenue spread across different clients, so that you can manage that type of risk. So let me talk about some of the ways. I have a few notes that I wanted to address with you. I'm going to talk about that now. So there's many different ways to get clients for a service-based business, okay? And by service-based business, just to be clear to people who are maybe new or joining the group or joining the community or listening to this talk, a service-based business can be people who provide virtual assistant services, social media marketing, Facebook ads, management, online business managers, people who provide bookkeeping, accounting, translation services, blog writing. If you're a freelance writer and you're, writing for businesses and helping with them with content marketing, that's a service-based business. Proofreaders, editors, people who provide a service, and of course, website designers. There's a huge market to get, websites created for businesses. So website creation, there's always a demand to, have people design your website. Graphic design is a service-based business, okay? Just want to be very clear, because, in the online business world, we have a lot of different types of online businesses that you can start and manage and run. But service-based businesses are very unique. They're unique from, let's say, people who are doing maybe coaching, or people who are doing, maybe like doing affiliate marketing, and that's it. Like a service-based business primarily helps other entrepreneurs. And a lot of times what you're doing is you're doing what's called B2B, which is business to business, okay? So your market typically are other entrepreneurs, other business owners, or companies who just want to outsource. And those companies, they don't have the budget to necessarily pay a full-time employee. So what they do is they contract and outsource to different types of service providers, okay? So that is what I'm talking about. I want to be very clear so that everyone understands. So some of the techniques you can do, there are multiple ways to get clients. There is not just a one size fits all strategy. There are different techniques you can use. What you have to do is decide which technique is going to work best for you, for your business model, and for your personality. Because a lot of it, in my experience, has to do with what type of personality and what would you feel what would you feel comfortable doing? Because certain techniques you may not feel like that's what you want to do because it just doesn't go with who you are and you just don't like it, right? And so I want to present to you 5 different ways that you should be looking into, and you can test it out. You can test each method out and see if that's right for you. Once again, I want to make it very clear, for any type of online business, there is never just one way to make money. There's always multiple methods, and it's just about choosing what's best. All right, so the first one is using freelance websites, like freelance platforms. So some of the popular ones are Upwork, freelancer.com. Excuse me, I should have got some water. Here I go with the cough again. So we have Upwork, freelancer.com. We have, there's also TopTal. That's actually, you should really look into TopTal because they're kind of like higher end and they screen people out. So they don't just let anybody come in and start working, working there and stuff like that. So look into TopTal.com too. But those are the popular ones, like Upwork and freelancer.com. So the way it works with those websites is that, people go on there to try to do outsourcing. And there's pros and cons to that. So my personal experience is, everybody's experience is completely different, but some people find success on those websites, and other people don't find success and they actually have bad experiences with it. But there are pros and cons. So in my opinion, I think those websites are really good. There's also, I forgot to mention one more called Fiverr. Fiverr.com is a really popular one. So those websites are really good for building your portfolio. Okay, if you have never had clients, or you have, you've done work but you didn't do like you don't have like an online portfolio. If you go on those websites and you come with the mentality that I'm using this to build my portfolio, so I have pieces of work I can show potential clients, and I have references and stuff like that, then those websites are good for that. The problem that people have is that sometimes there are a lot of people that go there who are looking for a discount to get things done. So you may not make a lot of money from it. It may take you a lot of work to just make a little bit of money. So that's just the reality of that. So that those are the pros and cons. So you can use it to build up your portfolio. And the other thing is, you have to be very careful, because there have been people saying that some people go on Upwork to do scams to people. So never, ever, ever give out your personal information. And if you go on those platforms, you should not talk to those people outside of the platform. You should talk to them on the platform, email them on the platform. They should only pay you on the platform, because that is actually to protect your safety. And then what's good about those websites is that typically they require the client to pay like an escrow or something like that. Okay, so that means that the client will fund some of the money, and if for some reason they don't want to pay you, that company will be helping you with resolving any type of disputes that you may have. So that's one of the good things. And so when you are on those websites, you have to submit a proposal. So people will put out different projects, and you have to submit a proposal to sell yourself. And a lot of times what people are looking for is your portfolio. They want to see what you've done before they work with you. That's really what they look for a lot of times. Or if you could just show, what your experience and really just sell yourself, that's a great opportunity. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the person who is looking to hire, that they've actually spent money on that platform before. Because that's how you can kind of weed out the fake people on there, or potential scammers. Look to see on their profile, because you can actually check if they are like a verified buyer, if they spent money before. You can actually see that on the profile. So I would say go with those who have spent money before, and not like brand new people, because then you don't know what they're there for. So that's one way to be safe. So that's the first way. The other way is, and a second method is to actually just start emailing companies. Like if you're a graphic designer, you can go find marketing agencies and marketing consulting companies and say, hey, I'm available to hire for any client work you guys have if you want to subcontract to me. If you are a blog writer, maybe go to different businesses and say, hey, I'll help you write your blog post to help you, get visibility for your business. If you want to do like freelance bookkeeping, maybe contact accounting firms and say, hi, I'm available, send them a cold email and tell them what you do and let them know, you're not that expensive, right? I mean, in the beginning, I mean, pretty much, typically, they're going to save money with you versus hiring a full-time employee. So you let them know that if you work for me, the benefits are you don't have to, I'm not an employee, I'm a contractor, and so you don't have to spend as much. You can sell the cost benefits to them, right? That's one way to do it. Cold email requires a lot from you because you have to first research, go online, use Google, and do a search for specific types of businesses in the industries that you want to serve and help and you want to work with, and make a list and then go through each one and send an email or fill out the contact form. So it's very time consuming. And then you will get rejected like probably 80% of the time. You have to be ready to do that. So I don't like that method. I don't like to do cold emails. I don't like it. I'm just letting you know that it's a method that some people have had success with. So it's up to you. So the next one is doing in-person networking. So, really, if you have never had clients, a great way to start getting clients is to just get out there, go to networking events in your city, in your town. Go to these local networking events, show up, have some business cards, talk to people, get their business card, have conversations. I think a great method I used to use is I would take other people's business cards and I would save those and I would follow up and I would email them and then I put them on my mailing list. I used to use MailChimp. So I use MailChimp and I'll put them on there and stuff like that. So that's a great way to actually start getting yourself out there and build relationships with people. Invite those people to webinars that you hold and you do a demonstration on a topic that could help them improve their life, improve their business. And then they get to know who you are, and it just helps you to build a relationship and let people know what you do. So that's another way. And then the way that I recommend is that it's called content marketing. So that's the fourth way that I want to talk about today. The content marketing is basically it requires that you build an email list, okay? And that over time, you send your email list different helpful articles, maybe a blog post. If you don't like to write blog posts, then maybe you send them a video where you're showing them how to do something, or invite them to a webinar that you're going to host and let people know what you do. And you're positioning yourself as an expert, as someone who knows what they're doing. And then you're allowing people to know who you are, to get to know you, so that when they are ready to hire a virtual assistant or hire a bookkeeper or hire someone to do a website, they know, wait a minute, I've been reading this person's newsletter for the past 2-3 months, and I know who to call now, and they're ready to call you. And those people, because you've built a relationship over time with them, they're more likely to buy without hesitating. So when they're ready to call you on the phone, they've kind of made up their mind that they already want to work with you. It's not like you have to convince them, and they kind of already know. It's just a matter of how much, and when can you start, and how do you work, stuff like that. So content marketing is a term that marketers use to. There's a whole science behind it, which is that you send out content to people, and through time, people want to know about you and stuff like that. So that's a really good method. To be honest with you, that's one of the best methods to use. And I've gotten really good, strong customers that way because they got to know who I was and what I did. So it made it a lot easier. There's a lot of ways to do that. And then the fifth way is to actually get like what they call public relations, to get visibility. So go online, being featured as a guest on a podcast, or being featured as a guest blog writer on another website. That's a way to get people to know who you are. And then the social media marketing part of it is like, Instagram. Have your Instagram profile where you're showing people things, giving them tips, sending like motivational posts and things like that. You can do little 60-second videos on Instagram. Same thing with Facebook, Twitter, and for Pinterest, it's more about with Pinterest, you wanna be creating pins that go back to your blog posts, so that people go see your blog post, and then you should have a way for them to sign up for your newsletter. So this is the thing. Most online businesses make money continuously by building their email list. That is the key. It's really the key is to build your email list, regardless if you are a service-based business or you're someone who's like what they call youpreneurs, or someone who's like a coach, or it's like it's about you, or you're doing, depending on whatever. Affiliate marketers, people who sell other people's products and make commission, they all use email lists for that. But a service-based business like a website design firm, or people who do whatever it is you do, having a newsletter and an email list is a way to let people know about you, and you can get a consistent stream of clients by using that method as well. So that's how it works. So let me just see if people, I know we always have people that ask questions. So I want to make sure if we have any questions with the community that's watching. So let me just double check. I don't see anything here. Okay, so the other thing is, so see, I've had people recently ask me about this. So Instagram could be really powerful even now, because see, the thing about Instagram is that, think about how you use Instagram. When you're going through your phone and you're just like, scrolling down, you're seeing one big picture at a time. So there's not like all these different things happening. It's just one picture. And pictures and videos are really powerful. There have been studies to show that people react more to visual pictures and photos and videos and images more strongly. Okay, so Instagram is just good. In my opinion, it's good for brand awareness. It depends on what type of business you have, but if you're a service-based business, you could get clients from there, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of time, because you have to build up a following of a lot of people and constantly be posting a lot of content, a lot of images on there on a regular basis. So it takes if you want to invest a lot of time into that, you can. Now, let's talk about Facebook ads. Facebook ads is another method. If you have a budget, you can spend $5 a day or $10 a day on Facebook ads. And the goal with Facebook ads is that you want to just use it to build your email list, so that later on you can email people and let people know what you do, and then invite them to webinars. Webinars are also a powerful way to get new clients as well. Okay, invite people to webinars and show them something, let them know what you do, because this is a way of getting publicity for yourself online and letting people know about you, because you don't want to just be in your home, you're behind your laptop just hiding there. People need to know what the heck you do. What the heck do you do? Why should I hire you? They need to know that. So the way you let people know is by creating content that's going to help them or solve a problem. And that is the core of content marketing, is that you create, whether it's blogs, videos, whatever it is that you want to create, you create content that would, like for instance, let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Let's say you are a virtual assistant, or you are someone who wants to do online marketing for lawyers. So I started out as doing content marketing for lawyers in the legal industry. And so what I would do is create blog articles that were targeted to lawyers, about how lawyers can use social media and blog writing to get more clients for their law practice. I would write articles on those topics, okay? And I had like a free ebook that they could download just for lawyers, and they would learn, they can learn about it. And people, contacted me, and I would make content for different content, because I was doing content marketing. So I would make content for different types of industries. So I would do that. I would build my email list. I would send people out my newsletter. And people got to know me over time, and people would be inquiring about working with me that way. So that's another way. Then, some people take out Google ads, like Google, you go into Google and you type something in, you see those little ads. Some people take those ads out to get clients that way, but you have to be, you have to have a budget if that's what you plan to do. So those are some of the ways you can get started, but it's going to require you to, you're going to have to really hustle in the beginning. You're going to have to work hard. And the other thing is, so, a website, I'm a big proponent of using Squarespace for a website, because when you're starting out your business, you don't have time to make a really complex website or a you just want a simple website that says who you are and what you do and how to contact you so you can help people. That's all you really need the website to do. And then also maybe the website can be a place where they can log in to sign up for your newsletter, or if you want to share a freebie on it. That's all you really need. You don't need like all this elaborate, hard, complicated stuff. So I like Squarespace because you can create a website really easily and quickly without having to know how to do website programming or really know how to make a website, because it's like a drag and drop template type of thing. So I'm all about saving time and making your life easy, because you want to use your time to get clients and not to be making a perfect website. You don't want to be spending hours to make the perfect logo or the perfect website or all this other administrative prep work. If you're going to put time into it, just put in some time to write about your to actually write your About Me page or write your home page, because you want people to, as soon as they go to your website, they know what you provide and how you help solve problems. It's all about helping people to solve their problems and make their lives easier. And so if you can communicate how you're going to make their life easier, that's what they're looking for, and that's why they want to hire you, to make their business, make things for them a bit easier. They don't have time to do some of the things that they want to hire you for, So that's really what it's about. So let me see if we have any other questions. So do we have any questions? All right, so that's pretty much what I have for today. If you have anything special, I think I answered some of the questions that we had in the group, but that's all I have for today. So we'll talk a little bit more about, I'll try to talk more in the future about a lead magnet and how to really build one, because you want to make sure you build the right email, the right lead magnet for the right type of target audience. You have to get in the mind of your target audience. Like, you have to be right there. What are their problems? Things like that. Oh, I think we have a question, so I'm going to answer that. So Sky, hello Sky, hello Lisa. Thanks for joining. She's saying, do you add any keywords on your blogs? Yeah. So the other, so a lot of businesses do what's called search engine optimization, so that eventually people will just find them naturally and organically. And that's a great thing you could do. So search engine optimization, or SEO, it takes time. So you're not going to really see results until maybe after 6 months, a year, between 6 and 12 months it takes for people to find you through search engine optimization. It takes a lot of time and time and time and time. So if you have time to, the way it works is that you have to build links that go back to your website. So it's not enough to have a website and just write some blogs and think that people are going to find you, because they're not going to find you. You have to have, Google ranks websites, like the highest website, based on how many other websites point to that website. So how many links go back to that website? That's how Google ranks websites. So in order to build links, the link building process is very time consuming, and you are competing with a lot of people who are doing this. And those people sometimes use very shady methods to try to trick Google. And there's actual companies called SEO firms that's all they do all day. So it's possible, and you can do search engine optimization, but just make sure you understand it's going to take you between 6 months to 12 months to start to see the results come up. But it's something you should do as well and look into it. but that's pretty much how it works. And you write the key, when you're writing blog posts, you put the keywords in, certain places so that you can, but I have all this in my course. If you're interested, I have a social media marketing course, and it tells you where to put the keywords and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what I used to do. I used to actually, companies would pay me to do SEO for them. So I used to do SEO for companies. And we had to make sure that blog posts in every page of the website had the keywords in certain places using certain types of methods. So it's a good strategy, but you just have to take a lot of time. And on your blog post, you should actually make sure that every blog post has a way for people to sign up for your newsletter. You want people to sign up for your email list. So you can do that. So to summarize everything, you just have to be very consistent, and you got to keep going and going and going. It's going to take you a lot of time, a lot of work, but if you really believe in this and you really you have to work for yourself. You can't work for someone else. You just can't do it. You're going to make the sacrifices because you believe in it. You have to love this and want it so much, and it just has to be the core of what you're about. That's really what it's going to take, that type of mindset. So that's really important, and keep that in mind. So like I said, that's why a lot of times I try to do some motivation to kind of help, and talk about, the mindset you have to have, because, I can teach you, or other people can teach you, all the different strategies that that exist, but you will never do it if you don't truly believe in it, and you don't feel like, I gotta leave my 9-to-5 job. I hate working for people. I gotta do it. You will never do it unless you have that drive to do it, because it's not easy. So you have to love it. You have to really be like, I gotta, I just can't live without this. I cannot live my life working for someone else, or whatever your why is. And I talked about this in another video, where I talked about, you have to be very clear as to why you want to work for yourself, because those reasons are going to be the reasons why you keep going through what you're going through, and you keep on trudging along, because it's not going to, you're going to have up and down with your business. So, but if you have a clear purpose, and I want to do this because of XYZ, and you're very truthful with yourself and very clear about it, you can stay focused on what's most important to you, and always keep those in the back of your mind. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me today. I think we're going to end this, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much, and take care. Thank you for joining today. Take care. Bye.